Thank you so much, John. Kamaru. All right, there's a lot being made about the fact that you're former teammates, but you've now got a couple of camps under your belt in Denver. What do they do to elevate your game and bring out the best in you?
I just love the approach by Trevor. He's let me know that, you became a champion before you came here. So what you were doing wasn't wrong. We just need to fine-tune that, and we need to sharpen some of those things. And so basically just took it back to the basics, just giving me those fundamental help, working on those fundamental skills and making sure that if I'm sharp, fundamentals, skills pay the bills. And having those skills are what is going to take you long and further along and make you just the longest reigning champion out there.
Is that a goal of yours, to be the longest reigning champion ever?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is definitely to retire when I want to. I want to be the champion, and I want to make sure that everything that I do is tip top, is right, to where when I'm done with the sport, everyone looks back and says, "Wow, he did it perfectly."
Yeah, and part of that will be being victorious on Saturday night. I just spoke with Gilbert, and he made a point to say, we will wrestle, we will grapple. When you think of those exchanges on the canvas, what does that look like in your mind, Kamaru?
I mean, that's my decision, and that's what I do best. Is I can control where the fight takes place, and of course, like Jorge Masvidal, he said we will strike and I will knock him out, but I decide when we strike. And Damian Maia, of course, I'm sure he thought we will grapple, but I decide when that takes place, if that takes place. Excuse me. So, it is what it is. I've put in the preparation. I know he's put in the preparation. Oh, excuse me. It's probably my mom calling. But
yeah, we're gonna have to definitely answer that soon.
I put in the time and the preparation, and I'm sure he did as well. So, it is what it is. But when we get in there, make no mistake, I determine where this fight goes.
Excellent. And quickly, we're running out of time. But how do you get it done?
I've stated, if he comes and does the necessary preparation and he brings his A game, then he just might bring out that savage dog out of me that we saw in that Covington fight. But if he doesn't do that, and then it's one-sided domination like I always do.
Excellent. Well, we're so looking forward to this main event. Good luck to you. Have fun out there.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Megan, Kamaru, thank you very much. That stare down was just intensity personified. Longest active welterweight win streaks at present. Kamaru Usman, as we mentioned, 12-0 in the UFC. Leon Edwards with 8 consecutive welterweight wins. We'll update his situation later in the program. And there lies Gilbert Burns creeping with 5 successive UFC welterweight wins. All right, so Kamaru Usman, familiar role here as betting favorite. What are his keys to victory, Chael?
Okay, listen, I got to remind you, this isn't all stand-up and on the ground. And sometimes when I hear Burns talk about this, he's acting as though it is. I think there's an in-between, and I think that's where Usman can do his best work. Get him into the fence, get him clinched, use some of that dirty boxing. And by the way, don't be afraid to go to the ground. When Usman does his best, it's when he's aggressive, believes in himself, and lets those hands go.
Yeah. On the other side, we got Gilbert Burns. You got some keys for me or what?
Yeah, I mean, you listen to what Chael says and what the keys are for Kamaru. It's staying out of that area,
right.
And it's obvious, and you can put it there in capital letters, stay off the fence. I mean, that is where the dream of beating Kamaru Usman goes to die. I mean, that guy just holds you against the fence. He makes you wear his weight. He's physical. He foot stomps you like we saw at UFC 251. Yeah. He throws shots to the body. It's just not the place you want to be. I think I see paths to victory for Gilbert Burns in the stand-up, on the ground. I don't see a path to victory for him when he's in the clinch. And another part of that is to start quick, because this is a fight where they're both familiar. And Kamaru Usman is one of those guys, when he gets rolling, it is very hard to disrupt that. So come out, be ready to fight in this championship fight right from the start. And then my third key is capitalize, because like I said, once Kamaru Usman gets going, it's hard to beat him on those scorecards, man. It has not happened very often. I mean, not only has this guy never lost in the UFC, he doesn't lose many rounds.
Right.
So you get him hurt, you got to go in there and finish him. And luckily for Gilbert Burns, he is a finisher, man. We have seen that. It's 155. And we've seen it translate over to 170.
And Burns is at least hinting to us that he'd like to see this fight go to the ground. Look, if he wants Usman to take the fight there, Burns is going to need to come out, throw those hands heavy, hard, and fast. That's going to make Usman say, okay, let's go to plan B.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.